Hey there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Solar City Garage. Yep, I know some more time has went by, but believe me, this is more of an update video because we have been putting it in high gear and getting this thing together. So let's take a look here. As you can see, she looks a little different. So I really don't remember where we left off, and I don't have time to go back and watch the other video. But here we are. As you can see, she's sitting on her wheels. The front axle's in, all rebuilt. All the issues we had with the casters taken care of. And the rest of the engine stuff is in. The wiring is in from the engine down. The carburetor, rebuilt carburetor is in there. We've got the coil box rebuilt. It is in there with 4 rebuilt coils. The exhaust is on it. The fuel tank has had a liner put in it. POR 15 liner. Seemed to have solved the pinholes. Back here, the rear wheels are on it. The rear brakes are in it and adjusted. All the brake rods are in it. The brake quadrants. The fan belt and the radiator hoses. And of course the radiator. And the shroud. And when you do your wiring, folks, if you're going to spend the money to buy harnesses, do them so they look nice. It doesn't take that much extra time. And then we also got the battery mounted, starter switch mounted, got the magneto wired up there. As far as all the different reproduction parts that just really didn't fit well, that was the battery mount kit. It wasn't even close. So we had to do a lot of rebending, a lot of reworking, but it's in there. I probably would have just been better off to bought the 2 little lockdown brackets and built the rest myself. But anyway, it wasn't that expensive, so I guess it was all fixable. So what we're going to do next, we've been really busy on the body. We're leaving the body basically in the same condition that it was. We're just spraying new paint on it. We did find a really nice pair of doors, and we've got a hood for it. We're going to leave the little dings and dents and wrinkles because she was a working girl, and she's going to still be in her work clothes, just a little bit shinier, but not, base coat, clear coat. We're just talking straight old enamel, so almost a semi-gloss finish. So here's where we're at. We have put hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I tried to record a lot of it, and I'll be honest, even my own mother said it was like watching water freeze. So there's nothing really technical that we've done here. I mean, it's same old. It's clean, rethread, paint, install, and move on to the next project. So I didn't capture a lot of that stuff because there just isn't anything technical there to see. But I thought you'd be interested in the progress. We have not had it running yet. It does turn over by the starter. We did put a little fuel in the tank here today to make sure the tank doesn't leak. The sediment bulb, the shutoff, leaks about 1 drop in maybe 2 hours. So we're going to mess with that a little bit and reseat it if we can. But for right now, we're going to leave it alone because we have everything painted. We have the fenders and the hood and the doors and the cab and the dump box painted. So pretty quick here, we'll be putting the cab on. Then we can get the steering column in, get the ignition switch in, the ignition switch to the junction block wiring, hook up the throttle rods, the timing rod. I did go through and set initial timing. If you really want to know how to do that the easiest way, there's a fellow that has a site called the Dauntless Geezer, I believe. His name is Jeff. Really got a short, nice, sweet explanation how to do that. And we did that, and we've got it set so number 1 sparks when it's supposed to. So here we are. Like I say, it's been a couple hundred hours worth of work to get to this point since the last video. So yeah, it's coming together though. All right, I'm going to let you go for now, and we're going to require some lift assist for the cab. So what are friends for, right? All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy these updates. Can't wait till it's all together, and we'll shoot a little video when we do the first start. I really don't have any issues with it starting, but you just never know. So anyway, like this video. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the bell. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe and tell your other Model T folks. We aren't going to do Model Ts all the time, but this has been our primary focus right now. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Well, folks, we're back. It's amazing what adding one simple piece like a cab will make the difference. We painted this a couple days ago. Just had some friends show up to help me lift it on. So we didn't fix, the dents and the dings, and it had just very minor rust. We just left it alone. It's kind of what the whole theme of the whole truck is. Not super shiny. I would call it almost satin. It's just industrial enamel. So it's going to have some imperfections here and there, but should present very well. We got it slid down over the fuel tank and around the pedals. So now we can get it mounted up, get our blocks in underneath, get that bolted down, then we'll work on getting the steering column in and the ignition and the wiring. All right, I just wanted to share because I'm pretty happy. It really looks different. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, folks, we're back. Another update here. As you can see, we got the throttle linkage on, fuel mixture rod on, steering column in, pitman arm on, drag link on, the timer rod. We've got that all set, bent where we set the initial timing. You can see we got the steering column in here on. Got the ignition switch and amp meter in. We got the wiring all associated with that in. And then we got the top wood on all the way around and up in here. So we're going to put a little wood finish on here and then put the top material on. The top wood kits aren't available for the TTs anymore, so we made this one. We took popple that we got at Menards. Select popple comes, shrink wrapped in the whole shebang, but it's worth it because there's no imperfections or knots or anything like that. Popple is a hardwood, but yet it's the softest of the hardwoods, so it's flexible. So we were able to bend it into this curve and this curve back here. And it's easy to work with, so. But it's very time consuming. We didn't really have a pattern to go by, so we just had to guess and by golly till we got her. All right, I'm gonna put some finish on here, and then I'm gonna put the top material on. She's coming together. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, folks, we're back. We got some finish put on all of our wood here. And then we have this material here, which is a heavy cloth that acts, kind of replaces chicken wire. These TT trucks never had chicken wire in them. I know you see a lot of them in there, and that's fine. But this will protect the padding that we put on next. And as you can see, it also gives it a really nice finished look inside. Our top kit, as far as the fabric, came from Clastique in Minnesota. Super friendly people, super quality stuff. So as you can see, we've got it stretched out and we've got it tacked. We'll get up on top here. And we've got it stretched about as tight as we dare. I mean, any tighter, it'll just start ripping out around the tacks. But as we put more top on, the tacks through the outer material will go through both materials. So, but here we go. I leave these long until I am done. Then I trim them together. So that way I can pull if need be. Otherwise, this is step one, putting the top on. All right, let's put the padding on. Okay, folks, we're still working on the top here. We'll get up top to see here, but you can see I trimmed off the black after I fastened down the padding. It's like a real thin carpet almost, kind of flat on the backside and puffy on the other. And the black can come down over, which is like what I call the headliner. I fastened the padding straight down through into the edge of this wood. The padding does not come down over the edge. It says so right in the instructions. Reason being, once we get the vinyl down over here and we get the welting on there, it would be too thick. Okay, the welting wouldn't be able to go down solid. So it's just at the edge. I would say it would soften the edge a little bit, but not much. So that's kind of what we got to go for here. Hold on, I'll take you up top, show you what that looks like. So here we are with our pad down. See, the black is trimmed just about as wide as the wood, and we put nails down through just on the flat around the outside. That way the padding can't move around. Also, it helps hold the headliner. I call it a headliner. That isn't what it is, but it is. So there we go. All right, we're going to get the vinyl spread out here and see how it looks. All right, we'll be back. Hey there, folks, and welcome back. Well, actually, it's really early the next morning. As you can see, maybe it's hard to see, she's got her hat on. Looks like she's got her going to town hat on. Anyway, we got the top done. All looks really, really good, if I do say so myself. Really didn't have any issues, but it takes a lot of time to do that. But if you take your time, then you won't have any issues. So now we're going to work on getting some of the body parts on. Probably the doors and the latches, and then the fenders and the hood. And then we got to put the dump box on, of course. But we've got to fill the rear end with oil, put the headlights, cowl lights. We don't have the windshield right now, but it's coming. All right. Just wanted to show you the progress. If you can tell, I'm kind of getting tired here. So we're going to keep working through. Bye. All right, time for another update. As you can see, got the doors on, got the door handles. Yes, we opted for the car style chrome ones. You don't have to go with those aluminum ones. You've got to finish yourself. These bolt on just fine. Got the inside door handles on. We got the horn switch on, which I'll tell you, of this whole project, that little thing probably tested my patience more than anything. Maybe it's just because I'm getting tired, but whoever makes those should try to assemble them. Then there'd be some different things made. We got the horn on, all put together and mounted. Got the wiring for the horn. And if you notice, so down here's our junction block. And down here, below there is a punched hole with a smooth edge, just like the main wiring harness. On the high firewall cars and trucks, that's where the horn wires went through. It comes right out down beside the steering column. So other than that, we got this door on too. This had a homemade wooden seat base. It's kind of cool. I know it's dark, but with a little flip up storage compartment. It's kind of nice. It's also kind of nice not to run a back cushion because it gives us bigger guys a little more room. So I was surprised when I got in there and sat actually how comfortable it was. So I might be building one of those when I do my own or something similar. All right, so as you can see, she is coming together. Next thing we're going to do is put the box on. And this has a, hand crank, very solid, heavy dump box. So we also remembered to fill the rear differential with oil while it was easy to get to, because on these TTs, the boxes always hang over the back to clear the tires. So. All right, well, I don't know about you, but I'm sure feeling good. All right, talk to you later.